So hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So one of the most requested crossovers slash Mazdas is now on my channel. What I have here is the 2023 Mazda CX-3 Sport front wheel drive. I don't know why this is one of the most requested cars on my channel, but then again, why not I'd put a walk around tour of this. So I'd like to thank everyone here again at Mazda Makati, this time in the ground floor, and to Sir Ralph Huete. So these are the contact details. So if you want to buy a Mazda CX-3, you may contact down below. So if the Mazda 3 did not exist, I might have picked this Mazda CX-3 Sport. So back in the day when actually auto deal were on the rise along with Cacoteona, I literally enjoyed this review of the Mazda CX-3 all-wheel drive. Oh my gosh, I even forgot that this CX-3 came with an all-wheel drive version. So lucky owners to whoever was able to buy that variant. So here, back to this Sport variant. Okay, I would definitely take this if I were on a budget, if I couldn't afford only the Mazda 3 hatchback. So I just reviewed the Mazda 3 hatchback premium. Check it out on my channel. So this is actually based on my other favorite Mazda hatchback, which is the Mazda 2, which I just toured to recently. Exactly the same as with the Mazda 2 hatchback. However, this one's been raised up and added more cladding here and there on the side profile to make it fit in the subcompact SUV class. Being a bit higher than the Mazda 2 hatchback, now the ground clearance is 10 millimeters more at 145 millimeters. What I did notice too, the front chin is a little bit longer than usual, but I don't think that will be such of an issue. So as well, you get LED lights all around. So the turn indicators are the same as the current Mazdas now that appear and disappear along to in your side mirror. And finally, I got to walk around to a Mazda in this color. This is the goldish. I'll just put the official name here on screen. Yeah, this is my actually now new second favorite choice if I were to purchase a Mazda. Underneath the hood of this Mazda CX-3 Sport, just when I didn't need sun, now I have bad lighting. Anyway, so firing this thing is a 2-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that produces 150 horsepower and 195 Newton meters of torque. So this one, like most automatic Mazdas, this one is mated to a 6-speed automatic transmission. So basically, this engine is the same like with the Mazda 2 hatchback. So here the side profile too of the Mazda CX-3, yeah, there's a lot of cladding, very reminiscent of the Mazda CX-30. There's a lot of subcompact SUVs in Mazda's lineup. Yet again, it's your preference on what you'll choose. But personally, I'd pick this because of the dimensions, because as you all know, the Mazda 3 is a very wide car. This one is just as wide as the Mazda 2 hatchback. So aka this has hatchback dimensions. So here now at the rear of the CX-3, you get plastic bumpers over here, real exhaust at least, CX-3 and Skyactiv-G badges over here, and your reverse camera is just underneath here. And like with the Mazda 2 hatchback, this does not have an electronic tailgate, but it's fine for me. So the total space here is at 350 liters, so exactly the same like with the Mazda 2 hatchback and the Mazda 3 hatchback. Although, as you can see from this shot, this has one of the highest load libs I've ever encountered. I mean, the load lip from here in the boot itself, yeah, it's just like this tall, around 6 inches, but if you're planning to get stuff in and out, yeah, look at the gap. So this is the disadvantage of a raised hatchback. So not much toys here. You get only a halogen light here on the right side. There's no tonneau cover here at the moment, but it's available when you purchase one. And underneath, surprisingly, you have a full-size spare wheel. And then finally, with all of the seats down, you have a total of 1,260 liters. So more or less the same like with the Mazda 2 hatchback. So that's about it with the exterior, the boot, and the engine of this Mazda CX-3. Let's check out the interior. So this is the interior of the Mazda CX-3. So my first surprise here in the interior, it feels exactly the same like with the Mazda 2 hatchback. However though, there's a lot of things that have been improved weirdly from the Mazda 2 hatchback. So the quality, fit and finish, like here on the dashboard, there's this suede material now, feels much more premium than the 2 hatch itself. And as well here on the door card, so there's like carbon fiber trims around the window switches. You have cubby spaces, cup holders on either side. My big water jug fits. And yeah, same story like with the 2-hatch. This one's plastic. And then below it, there's that suede material yet again. And for your elbows, oh, it's leather too. So on the left side of the dashboard, you have your air conditioning vents. There's like red accents around it. And then there's 3 blank buttons. And then the other buttons are for your traction control, 360-degree camera, and for your parking sensor. And then don't forget, like every other Mazda, this has a heads-up display. So finally, this is open, this 7-inch infotainment system. So this has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So the reverse camera quality and the 360-degree camera quality is actually pretty good. So like my case with the Mazda 2 hatchback, the screen is still too small, but that's just a nitpick of mine. But overall, the experience, like the response time here, the swivel wheel controlling it, it's good, I have to say. So here in the steering wheel, exactly the same like every other Mazda, especially with the 2 hatchback because there's no buttons here on the right side. And then like with the 2 hatchback yet again, you have an analog tachometer flanked by 2 digital displays. And then here below the infotainment system, you have your safety reminders, air conditioning controls. Further down below, you have an SD card slot, 2 USB ports, 12-volt socket, and a cubby space for your phone. And then glove box. Okay, pretty the same like with the 2 hatch. Here in the center console itself, you have your gear lever, your toggle between sport and normal mode, buttons here for your infotainment system along with your electronic parking brake and auto hold function. More or less exactly the same like with the Mazda 2 hatch. However, unlike with the 2 hatch, the outer layer where you put your cubby space, this one's purely leather, unlike the 2 hatch which is carbon fiber. Extra cubby space here, center console box, but there's a pop-out cup holder just inside. Fits my big water jug at least. And then the seats here, more or less the same like with the 2 hatchback. More or less in between the sportier and comfortable side of things. Bolstering, just alright, I have to say. As well, my favorite feature like with every other Mazda, including the 2 hatch, you have plastic paddle shifters over here. And above here, you have halogen lights, sunglasses holder, and then visor, you have a vanity mirror only. Don't extend, sadly, but it's fine. So in the rear too, there's not much toys actually. So on the rear door card, more or less the same like the ones here in front. My big water jug does not fit anymore in the rear door card. So there's no toys at all in the back. So there's no air conditioning vents behind this center console box. And like with the 2 hatch, you only get 1 map pocket right behind the right front passenger seat. And the space is exactly the same too like with the 2 hatch. Feet room and knee room is very good. My headroom, I just fit, but taller people might tend to struggle. And the seats there itself too are leather, same like the ones here in front. However, unlike the Mazda 2 hatchback, this has a central armrest with pop-out cup holders. Surprisingly, it still fits my big water jug. So for the cost of all this is at 1,510,000 pesos. Yes, it's a little bit on the steeper side of things and like 200,000 pesos more than the 2 hatchback. I thought actually this was a little bit more affordable than the 3 hatchback, but it's more or less the same too. But if I needed the extra ground clearance, I would definitely take home this Mazda CX-3. So yeah, that concludes my walk around review and my most requested subcompact SUV slash raised hatchback. So thank you guys all for watching, and I want to thank everyone here too at Mazda Makati, to Sir Ralph. Hope you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you with more future car reviews and more Mazda reviews coming right up. Bye bye.